GamesWeasel.com. Review.
I really didn't like the first Resistance game. After hearing great things about how the PlayStation 3 was much more powerful than the Xbox, I was expecting great things from the launch title. Unfortunately, there was nothing in it the Xbox 360 couldn't do. Well, apart from the rubbish 6-axis shaking thingy at certain times in combat, which made you look like Shakin' Stevens going mental after too many vodkas. So it disappointed me. Luckily, expectations are lower now, so I can judge Resistance 2 on how it actually plays, rather than on the high hopes I had for the original. In this game, you play Sergeant Nathan Hale, a soldier battling against the Chimera on the shores of the United States. Not only do you have to fight all manner of nasties on the outside, but also the virus inside your body that's trying to turn you into one of the ugly beasts as well. I'm happy to report that this game really is fantastic, and even though I know Resistance Fall of Man was liked very much by the majority of gamers, and I wasn't a fan, this blows it out of the water in terms of its epic scale and bang for your buck. Even though the main game is probably a little shorter than the original, its pace is much slicker, and there are huge set-piece battles in the game that will make your jaw drop. Not only is it eerie to see whole cities that have been taken over by the Chimera, it's also quite a rush when you take on massive creatures like the Kraken and the Leviathan. Even the standard soldiers you fight attack you in massive waves, and they're pretty clever too. They won't just stand there and shoot until shot down. They'll duck, flank and rush you. Luckily, your Sentinel teammates are also pretty tasty and will also take out the enemy with equal efficiency to yourself. Weapons like the Bullseye and Carbine make a return, but there are also some new weapons which you'll have fun using. There's the Magnum, which has an explosive secondary fire for extra damage, a quick-fire sniper rifle and some cool spider grenades that grow tentacles and burst into flames once thrown. You'll also have some fun with this game if you've got some friends to play with. There's up to 8 players who can take part in a separate co-op campaign, and up to 60 players can play versus mode together as well. None of the gameplay has a hint of slowdown, which is great news indeed. Of course, this does come at a price, and I would have liked to have some tastier textures in the game. Look closely at the floor, etc., and you'll see it's sometimes lacking, although most of the time you'll be blown away by the distant scenery and of course trying to stay alive. If you like first-person shooters and you haven't yet got Resistance 2 for the PlayStation 3, it's about time you tracked it down in the sales. It gets 9 out of 10. You've been watching a review from Games Weasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to GamesWeasel.com for our video podcast, Games Weasel TV.
GamesWeasel.com.